Hello everyone, it's Milmo here and we are back for another roadmap mission. This one is called All Out War number 1. Now as per usual for these early stages, they are pretty low recommended team grades, B+ for Act 1 and A+ for Act 2. So we should fly through these stages regardless of the team we pick. As long as you're not bringing in one person, you should be A-OK. Now I'm going to change things up and choose a different team, and as per usual I try and mix things up. So we're going to be led by Rosita here, so as per her leader skill you get the plus 20% defense or range characters and the medium boost to app when attacking, and then we're just going to equip or range. So we've got Carl in there, Maggie, Gregory, Richard and our faction ally Shane. Now I absolutely love when they allow you to choose faction allies. The reason for that is the amount of benefits you can get from choosing a faction ally. It allows you to set up the team you want and then choose the ally that benefits that team, rather than having to reshuffle your team or get an ally that they give you that doesn't really fit with your team, and then if you struggle with the stage you have to then re-equip your team to match that ally. Where if you're choosing a faction ally, you get to choose the one that matches your team, so you don't have to change anything. So I'm a big fan of them allowing you to choose faction allies, and hopefully throughout this stage they continue to allow you to choose these allies. In these early stages it doesn't particularly matter, but in the later stages it becomes more important, and if they give you a stupid ally that just does not benefit you for that stage at all, it makes things really hard and you constantly having to reevaluate your team. Speaking of which, this is one of my pet peeves and number one hated ally, and that is the fast Rick. Now plus 24 crit, medium boost to drop rates. When it comes to people, useless. That's totally useless. In these early stages, like I said, doesn't particularly matter, but they tend to bring him out in the later stages. In, I say, the third act, when you're trying to win that 4-star, they bring out this Rick, and he is useless for people. Let's be honest, he is absolutely useless. Just let us pick our own ally. And the most frustrating part to me isn't the fact that I can't win those stages, because I can still, because I have the roster range, I can still equip a team regardless of him to get through those stages, or I could just bring in battle items that help me through. But people that don't have that roster range, and in particular I think of my younger brother who plays this game, and he doesn't have the big roster ranges, and bringing in characters like this, allies like this, screw him over completely, and that's how he misses out on them 4-stars, just simply because he does not have the roster strength to be able to equip a team to beat that stage. If he was able to choose a faction ally, he'd get through it comfortably and get that 4-star, but purely because they bring in shit allies like that Rick, the people that need those 4-stars the most and will benefit the most from them 4-stars are missing out because of this ally, and that is really starting to annoy me. Not because I'm the one missing out, because I'm seeing those players miss out, and like, in all honesty, I feel like giving my 4-star to them, but of course no trading. And that's the thing that annoys me. I want players to get better and I want to see that happen, but when they're doing stupid things like this, like them characters, them 4-star characters they're handing out are not fantastic, they're not great, and they don't need to be held on so tightly. You're already giving them a tough challenge by having such a hard stage and a high recommended team grade that a lot of these players don't even reach, but by the use of strategy and also battle items they get up to these last stages and they're in with a chance, but then you give them a crap ally and you just screw them over completely. They need them 4-stars and they're not fantastic. You don't need to then further disadvantage them by giving them that ally, that 4-star. It's not worth it. It's not worth you holding on so tight to. Just let them choose their own faction ally and have a fair chance at it. If they get it, they get it. If they don't, then they have to go back to the drawing board or they have to keep improving. But I honestly don't see the point of giving people those allies that don't benefit. But that is that done. Thanks for watching.